Yes, hello there. Dungeons & Dragons will begin. Just one moment. There is the sound of screaming echoing through the docks as we see Bonwin and Kevlarin, Aladdin and Bizarre among the mob of the citizens of Wintersmith, surrounded by these three creatures that are encroaching on their space, moving along the rooftops towards the docks where everybody is being surrounded and almost herded to. The city guard and the military are trying to usher people onto boats and get as many of them out into the water as they possibly can. Anybody who can is over by the bridge, now being moved over to the noble side of Wintersmith. Those people are being cut off by one of these monsters. The three of them turn and focus on the heart of this group and let out this echoing howl that ripples through the air down on top of this main mass of people. And we see people covering their ears, shrieking in pain, and dropping to their knees as two of them leap down to the street. Dungeons & Dragons is a D&D actual play podcast, and I'm your Dungeon Master, Russ Moore, he, him. Also with me today is Amy Moore as Aladdin, she, her.
What? I can help.
Carla Maxted as Bonwin Everbane, she, her.
This costs so many gold.
Tom Laird as Kevlarin Goldweave, he, him.
Like steel drums? Is it like an island rhythm?
And Kyle Classett as Bizarre the Wizard, he, him.
I'm dancing more than I'm attacking.
Dungeons & Dragons is a Patreon-supported podcast, and you can join us today at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. There's a 7-day free trial and a whole bunch of episodes for you to listen to. We hope to see you over there. And now, fuck it, let's play! The four of you and Dace are right at the intersection of the dock and the bridge and the roads that intersect, and the crunching noise of one of these creatures lands down some 25 feet from you. What do you do?
Can I throw that thing that I said I had? My crazy,
yeah, sure.
like, super
I love it.
ninja star, like, just as a reaction. Because it's in my hand. I've been carrying it.
It took me 3 years to make.
Exactly. This costs so many gold.
How I envision it as you, like, retract it, like, if it connects, it, like, sticks in with one and I feel like collapses on top of it with, like, some of the other ones, like, almost rolling into whatever you're attacking.
Oh, yeah, tearing into.
It's like a bear trap you can throw at people.
Kind of.
Yeah, I love it.
So let's make it cool, because you're doing something custom. You're making something
Only the finest
really
materials
good.
here. This is a dope weapon.
Yeah.
Bonwin's ability to use this dope weapon in question.
That's true.
But let's find out.
Maybe it's not quite balanced yet. You know, maybe you haven't finished it
Still
yet.
in the beta
I built
testing.
it for an elf, and I'm a dwarf. Like, everything's thrown off.
Everything's all out.
You hand it over to Kevlarin.
Let's just make it 5 daggers, 5d4 plus 5.
But I have to.
So
but I have to hit
you gotta
it
make an
first.
attack
Yeah.
roll first. Yeah. So
Oh,
with
we're
the dex
rolling, you
roll.
guys.
Hell yeah.
So that's a 25 to hit.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
Amazing.
She's well past beta testing, y'all.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but this thing's gonna take like a legendary
Yeah,
action, and all
100%.
this is for nothing.
God, what a dick move to put a legendary creature against some level 1s, right?
3 of them.
14 damage. Plus 5?
Plus
then
5.
19 damage.
So 19 damage. So this one lands down on the ground, and when you throw this, what do we want to call this? We throw this dagger star towards the creature, and it impales in its side.
Machete. Machete star.
Bizarre, as you see this dagger fly, you notice that along the side, along the flank of it, like there's this blackening of its skin, which leads you to believe that this is the one you hit with your earlier.
I'm gonna say, good. You hit the damaged one already.
Perfect. That was my plan. Can I make that my sneak attack? Because then I
It would be sneaky. They
yeah.
weren't expecting a.
just let me
Star
hit an
Shetty
extra
to be
D6 on this
thrown.
guy. Come on.
I'll give me a D6. Give me a
What's a
D6.
3? Just give me 3 more damage. Come on. That's all I
You got it.
I don't know how to play a rogue yet, guys, because I haven't been doing any roguey things.
Yep.
I played a rogue for like 3 years.
Never did sneak
did a
attack.
sneak attack, not once. So.
Monster lands down, dagger flies out, does a substantial amount of damage. It lets out a growl and turns its attention to you and your group. You hear from the far side of the docks a scream of pain as you see one of these monsters is like in the mix of the people over there now.
Okay.
And a couple guards are on it from your point of view, but they are being handily taken care of at this moment. One other thing you do hear from the other side of the city, it's a ways away, but you begin to hear the sound of drums echoing through the city.
Like steel drums? Is it like an island rhythm?
From
Steel drums.
That's right. Steel drums.
The seaweed always greener.
Kiss the girl.
I can't resist.
Coming like from the far side of the artisan
From the noble
district.
city.
Oh, from the noble side.
No, from
Okay.
the noble side, more the military
Okay.
barracks.
I did think it was going to be Stomp coming for an impromptu show or something, but no such
That's right. Implying that more military
coming.
are on
Okay.
their way. You don't know how long it's going to take them to get there, though. Okay.
Through this, Aladdin has crouched down and out of her bucket has pulled a small torch and the thing that she has to light it with.
like a flint.
Flint?
Flint.
Or there's
Yep.
just that thing.
lights the torch on fire and like is holding it out bravely, like it just in front of her, just trying to be like,
Back beast.
yes, that's right.
I think with that, Dace is going to step in front of you. Between you and the monster, his sword's long since been drawn. Aladdin, you need to take that and get back. Find safety.
Well, I can help.
Okay, but maybe not in the mouth of this creature that's right in front of us, as it takes a jump towards you and stops like a foot away from him and is going to try to bite him.
Oh yes, Aladdin is staggering back.
So yeah, like takes a leap. I said he was about 25 feet. Takes a huge leap and like the ground crunches underneath this creature's feet and is going to try to bite him. It gets 2 bite attacks. The first one is going to hit.
Hope Dace isn't level 1.
No, I assume Dace is more of like a level 7.
A huge chunk comes out of Dace, and he lets out a scream and drives his sword into the creature with advantage because he's close but not grappled, and is going to hit. And that same one is going to take 9 slashing damage.
With that one moving forward, would 2 of them be within like 40 feet of each other?
You've got one that came down from the bridge side of the docks. The one in the middle is still up on top of a building, and the other one is on the far side of the docks. So
Within a group of people,
within
right?
a group of people.
Right.
Yeah. So no, they have not yet come close to each other.
Okay. Well, if none are within 40 feet of each other, then what I'm going to do is go and take the torch of one of the frightened guards, and I'm going to set the barricade ablaze, and I will use my action to cast Control Flame to assist that, hoping that, knowing what I know as far as seeing these things in darkness, they're attacking at night, hopefully a lot of light will deter them in some way, shape, or form. So I'll do that, and with my bonus action, I'll bust out my scimitar and start doing a blade dance to help my AC and movement.
Should I light something on fire too?
Do it.
Aladdin's just
Yeah.
standing there.
Yeah, fire.
She looks
fire
around
is a
and-
great idea. Everybody.
She sees a hay pile and like
Yeah.
and just starts like literally lighting everything that is wooden.
Don't need to tell her
or
twice.
looks dry.
Yeah, and there's
I mean, you're at the
debris,
docks.
right?
There's debris,
Yeah.
there's crates, there's
So,
a lot
like,
of
grabbing
things.
debris-
I'm lighting shit on fire.
And, like lighting it, like kind of making impromptu torches, giving those to other people, like
Kill the beast.
Flames begin to rise along the barricade as people are rushing to the other side. The creature that is closest to you that attacked Dace would be closest to that first fire that you lit. It doesn't leave melee with Dace, but its attention is quickly drawn to the fire and away from the immediate danger that it otherwise feels that it's in.
Well, I think if it was noticeable that the flame, like, it didn't like it, then yeah, like, light it up.
Yeah.
Because we're at the river, which is like a natural barrier, right? So if we light things along that and get everybody on the other side, I mean, there's one of them over there, isn't there? But 2 on the one side, 1 on the other. I mean, seems like the best idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a great option.
There's no good.
There's no, there's no, like, strong option here. Plus, we know that the soldiers, like, we've heard the drumming, so we know they're coming on the other side. So in theory, maybe they can help with that one that's on the other side.
We're just trying to make them not kill anybody in the meantime.
Exactly, until reinforcements come. Heavily trained and armed reinforcements, which is what we need right now.
Then
Did
the
I mention I have
monsters
10
can
HP?
Yeah, don't get bit.
It's not on us.
So flames begin to light all along the dockside, and you see them just running down all of these different hay bales and barriers that are naturally set up down at the dock. People are rushing on and now pulling whatever anchors or ropes off of the boats. We haven't heard from Cav in a little bit. What's Cav doing?
Cav is attempting to get as much like flammable material as he can and like spread it around so more fires can be set.
Not the boats.
Not
those.
Not those.
Not those.
So all along this side of the dock, flame is making its way down into the dock and building somewhat of a barrier between the one up on the roof and the docks itself. And anybody paying attention to that one, you see it starts to pace as that fire is being lit. The one that is fighting Dace is going to, at this moment, try to back up a little bit, which will provoke an opportunity attack from Dace. He is going to hit it as it is trying to just reposition itself. He's going to take another 11 slashing damage and moves out of reach of Dace there and is like prowling along, keeping an eye on you and your group as you are passing these torches down to other people and getting these flames lit.
I think Aladdin is doing something reckless, like a 14-year-old would, and is finding chunks of, like, wood that is on fire, and she is, like, quickly scooping it into her slingshot and is, like, shoo!
Hell yeah.
Shooting them. She's burning her hands bad. It's not a good choice, but 14-year-olds don't make good decisions.
So you're shooting them at the monsters?
Yeah.
Or you're shooting... Okay.
Yeah.
You want to make an attack roll?
And it's a monster that's on Dace because
The one that's...
he's like my guard dad.
Got it. Yep.
Guard dad.
He's like my guard dad.
Aw, does Dace live in the divorced dad's apartment building?
Oh my god.
We don't
don't
know
know.
I
yet.
hope not.
Yep.
15.
Will not hit. It will glance off of the creature. Doesn't look like it makes enough impact to do
Maybe
any
it starts some
damage.
other fires closer to it, though, or something.
Maybe
I
it
mean,
does.
You know.
Ricochets and
Yeah.
skids
Falls
into...
short and
Yeah,
like some
skids
grass
into-
on fire or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Skids into, some crates on top of some grass. The one that was on Dace is now prowling along the perimeter. It's moving. It looks like it's moving in the direction of the other one that is down on the ground.
If there seems to be fire going and people seem to be getting the idea of like having torches or something flaming, then I'm gonna move like more onto the dock to make sure people are like getting on the boats, untied, pushed off, right? Like to try and get them moving.
Okay.
You know, there is a monster in the lake, but I mean,
Yeah.
this is a more like clear and present danger. So
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, you don't know that there's a
It's
monster
true.
in it. Like that was seen. You're just
Yeah,
like
you're right.
behind the camera. You don't know.
I do
that
know
it's
there's
there.
pirates in the lake.
Yeah.
You do
But
know there's
still.
pirates,
Rumored
yes.
pirates.
Okay, make an athletics check to see.
Nat 20.
Dang.
Oh.
Bonwin
God.
is like leaping over top of any of these burning crates, like a very action moment, like moving down and helping untie these ropes and getting these ships out
An
there.
Olympic hurdler.
You're able to get one out and move on to the second one before anything else happens there.
And I'm assuming some of these are hopefully bigger boats, like shipping kind of boats, so there actually is like a good amount of people on them.
Everything in here, with the exclusion of a couple smaller vessels, are all shipping vessels.
Seeing those two reconnect, getting closer together, I think that would cue me in to do the thing I've been wanting to do, and that is to cast slow. And as long as they're within 40 feet of each other, because I can do like a 40-foot cube, I need them both to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I hope they're dumb as shit.
They might be.
I hope so too. We shall see. 14.
Okay, so
14's the
you
DC.
are timing this as they are getting within that range.
Yeah.
So as this second one is moving towards, like the other one is the other one's taking people out. Like it is
Right.
dealing with everybody around it. That's an 11 on the die, but it has a +5 wisdom. So
Plus
that's a
5
16.
Turns out
wisdom.
not dumb as shit.
Deep lore
Well-
down underground. Hey, damn.
Damn.
But that's only one, right? There's two in
That's
that
one.
cube.
That's
All right.
one. That's an 8 +5 is a 13.
Well, fantastic. That one is slowed. It will take a -2 to its AC and dexterity saving throws. It can't use reactions. On its turn, it can either take an action or a bonus action, not both. And regardless of the ability of the creature or magic items, it can only make one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Sick.
What a fucking awesome
That's
spell.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Not too shabby. I'll use my 40 feet of movement to approach the one that was moving towards the other one that left Dace.
Okay. Yeah, you would be able to make it up to that creature if you wanted to, or any distance that you need to.
Closing that distance.
The sound of the drumming is getting closer, and you see torchlight now emanating through the main square on the noble side, which is approaching the bridge. So you not only hear the sound of drums, you hear the sound of like a steady military cadence of a large squadron of people coming around this corner. You see the first few of them. They're not going to be able to make it this turn, likely next turn, or perhaps even one after that. Cav, you had been helping set fires. As you are doing that, you look up and you see the glowing eyes of the one on the rooftop. What maybe was distracted before, but where now you have a better view with like the light all around you, is you see that this one is like its neck is beginning to glow just like a soft red, and it looks like it's taking in like a huge breath.
It's doing a mating dance.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
It's the male
its
of the
plumage
species.
goes up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Turns
peacock.
around.
Yeah.
It's coming on to Cat.
I'm not surprised.
It's
He's very
weird.
fetching in his sleep outfit.
That's right.
His sleep outfit. So I'm gonna call pajamas from now on.
My sleep tuxedo.
We'll be right back. It's the middle.
Hey friends, welcome to the middle. It's good to see you here. It's not just me from the first one and then me and Amy from the second one. It's all of us. We all
We're
came
all
back in
here.
this season.
Everybody, the gang's back together again.
Yeah, we are.
That's right.
So talk to Amy about it in the last episode, but how's everybody feeling about season 4? We're all very excited on this end of the call.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. It's so fun.
Mhm.
There's so much action. It's exhausting, honestly.
Was
It's scary.
was a comment in the
much going on.
Discord, I think from Arakan, that the stakes feel real.
Oh, yeah.
Not just like
Heightened,
we're
for
floating
sure.
through the world, happy and go.
Yeah, I miss happy and carefree.
Yeah.
But also it is fun
Yeah.
to light things on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Guys,
It's true.
I like how at the beginning of this we were like, listen, we're gonna like lower stakes, slowly start to build. Everything's on fucking fire.
yeah, well, we did lower stakes for
You
for a
can't
while.
have no
we did like a whole
stakes.
season
Yeah.
until heist. Well, there was pirates
Yeah.
in there that were trying to eat us.
Well, that's true.
It's true.
But anyway,
They allegedly cannibalistic pirates.
love season 4/season 3 chapter 2 or whatever we're calling it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going good so far.
Yeah.
Having a lot of fun with it.
What we were going to talk about the fact that you could get merch on Patreon, but this feels a lot better. So if you want to sign up on Patreon to support us as we're creating this wonderful high stakes season, you can do so at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. You get a 7-day free trial when you sign up. And when you stick around for 3 consecutive months, or not 3 consecutive months, but 3 months, because you can dip out and come back should you need to. You get some merch. There's a sticker at the $5 tier, a mug at the supporting producers tier, and the game time, which has been pretty much on lockdown for a little while now. You get a hoodie.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
But those ones don't open up very often. So we appreciate you for thinking about it and hope to see you over there. Patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. I'll see you over there. Okay, let's get back to the episode now. Bye.
Bye.
What kind of debris is around Cav that hasn't been set on fire?
Yeah, well, I mean, if Aladdin has anything to say about a lot of things that have been set on fire. But there certainly would be, planks of wood. There would be...
Oh, you know what? Let's have it be set on fire, because, that's just going to add to the festivities.
Yeah, it's better.
I'm going to grab something that looks like would be okay to throw, whether it's just, a hunk of wood or whatever it is. And I'm going to cast the light spell on it.
Okay.
Sick.
I touch it, and it sheds a bright light in a 20-foot radius for an hour, and then also a dim light for an additional 20.
And you're hucking it at the one on the roof?
Absolutely throwing it at the one with the red neck that's, inhaling. Yeah.
Make an attack roll. We'll see how well you do here.
Okay.
If you do very poorly, you're not going to get it up there,
Sure.
but if you... hit it, great. If you get it in the vicinity, it'll at least be up on the roof.
Yeah, it'll maybe spook it a little if I don't hit it.
Cav played high school football. He's got
He did.
perfect spiral on it.
He did.
Looks
It's just, it's
beautiful.
been a few years.
Yeah. Muscle memory kicked in, though.
Right, absolutely. It's a 13 on the die, so +1, it's a 14.
So it doesn't hit to do any real damage,
Sure.
but you do make it up on the roof, which distracts this creature for a moment. It clangs down, and you see the fire begin to swell around the edge of the building.
Oops. But whatever's going on with that neck can't happen, so
Yeah, it backs up several steps. So you lose direct line of sight of it. You can kind of see the top of its head.
It starts inhaling smoke and becomes weak from that.
Yeah, you hear wheezing and then the sound of a giant inhaler.
The one on the far side of the dock that was surrounded by guards, you see all of the guards that were in vicinity have now been knocked down to the ground. They do look deceased from where you are, and it begins running towards one of the far ships on the far side of the dock, so opposite side from where you are, Bond.
Perfect. Can I light one of my short bow arrows on fire and shoot it at it?
Yes, of course.
Cool. That's a 25 to hit,
Damn, dude.
and that is 9 damage, plus, if you wanted to give me any kind of, special fire damage or something, that'd be great.
Give me a d6 of fire damage.
3. Hoping to also, distract it away from chasing the people on the boat, too.
So it's beginning to leaps and bounds towards this ship, and as it is getting ready to jump, this arrow strikes into it and lets out a growl as it skids to a stop and rolls to its side, and is standing up, pushing itself off of the people that it has just crushed underneath its weight, and turns and is now got its eyes locked on you, Bonwin.
Great. Love to be the center of attention like that.
Aladdin slingshotted.
Slingshot.
That's it.
Aladdin
Name of episode? Slingshot?
as much as she could with her hands, and it was getting ouchy. And she turns and sees Bonwin fire off an arrow at the one creature, and from inside her bucket she pulls out her boomerang and hucks it at... I'm just Dennis the Menace.
Hell yeah, dude.
I forgot
this.
I forgot you had a boomerang. I was so delighted.
Yeah, a boomerang. So I'm gonna throw my boomerang at it.
Okay.
Because she's using what she's got.
Really are.
So you're throwing the boomerang at the one that Bonwin just shot. Yes? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's a nat 1. But it says if I miss, it comes back to me. But have I hit some innocent bystander with my boomerang?
Scared
'Cause it was
citizen number
1,
2.
and I know there's a punishment that comes along with that.
You know what? So it goes out and clearly misses, comes back but falls short. And as you look at it and begin to move towards it to go pick it up, because you've got a bit of a clearer sight, debris that's been spread across in all the chaos begins to light between you and the boomerang. So you are now being more or less encircled in flame.
Just me?
Well, you and like a couple other people trying to run away, but you are cut off from that section of the dock right now.
Am I cut off from my group?
So Bizarre is up on the walkway, moving towards the one that is trying to get over to the one that Bonwin shot. Cav probably be closest to you. Bonwin's down trying to push boats off, or at least in that direction. So Cav is closest to you right now. Dace would be not too far, but the flames are growing around you.
Oh, I want to run back to Cav or Dace, whoever's...
Amy, I'm gonna need you to come up with a move that you can call the OK Boomer for your boomerangs.
Okay.
Once you imbue it with magic.
There we go.
There it is.
Right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Then it becomes the okay boomer.
What's Dace doing? He done anything lately for
I mean, he
me?
did get.
Is he
I think he
okay?
hasn't done it.
He did.
He did get chomped.
chomped.
He sees Bizarre rush up to this one that he was fighting, turns and sees Aladdin being more surrounded by flame, and I think he's going to evaluate those two and try and go help Aladdin. In this moment, he doesn't have a monster directly on him. He turns and sees that the military forces, which there are a large number of them, now on the other side of the bridge itself. So they are getting there, and he's going to rush down and try and scoop up Aladdin. Do you allow him to do so?
Yeah.
Okay. So he,
It's a scary situation.
he's going to pick you up. That's going to be, we'll say, half of his movement because you were running back towards him. And he's going to try and move you back towards the bridge where the forces are coming. So he can make it basically from his position to pick up Aladdin and back again. At that, you hear the twang of arrows loosing from the other side of the bridge, and they're flying over and towards the monsters. You see a couple of them stick into, right in front of you, Bizarre. A couple of the arrows stick down into the flesh of the one in front of you. Bonwin, you see the one that's now kind of prowling towards you, get one stuck in its side. Doesn't seem to lose its pace on this one, and then some others just scatter to the ground, so there are loose arrows.
And I yell,
now.
next time, light him on fire. Just offering helpful tips.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one in front of me, I'd give it an attack or two. Is this the one that I happened to slow, or is that the one that Bonwin's working with?
The one that Bonwin is working with has been slowed.
Perfect.
The one that you are hitting has taken the most damage, and the one that you hit with the cold much earlier.
Oh yeah, well, let's keep that going. We're going to do 2 scimitar attacks.
Okay.
2 attacks, you are a high level.
That is going to be a
Alright.
miss on the first one. And a miss on the second one. Shit, I'm dancing more than I'm attacking.
You're confusing it.
You
Yeah.
got so lost in the movement.
All right, remember your steps. Remember your steps. Left, right, 1, 2, 3. Left, right, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stay right up in its face, and that'll be that.
It's going to turn and try and attack you.
Okay.
Not turn, I mean, you're right up on its face, so it's going to, well, first of all, does it recharge? It does not. Okay, first one to hit you. This one has both of its multi-attacks, is going to be a 12.
Nope.
Excellent. And second one is going to be an 11, so also
Also
not
no.
going to do it.
He's mesmerized by your steps, so
That's
maybe
right.
it is working.
Mesmerized. Yeah. The two of you are in this dance of attacking but not hitting each other in this moment. Bonwin, the one on the other side of the docks, is now like pushing its way through people that are trying to flee out of the way towards you, leaps up into the air towards you.
How far is it?
Well, if it's
pretty
leaping up
close.
into the air, it's going to be within striking distance. If you don't do something to interrupt it, it's going to land on you.
Well, I'm going to do something to interrupt it, or I'm certainly going to try. I am going to try to hit it with my short sword, but it has another enemy close to it, so I can still sneak attack it. It's a nat 20 again.
Oh my
Dang.
god.
And that
Dice
doubles the sneak attack dice too.
is-
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it
Does
does.
it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh wow.
So many dice to roll.
Gotta
I might
love that
not
all
die,
that
you
damage
guys.
dice get
I might
doubled.
not die. It is gonna jump on me, but oh my god. Okay. 12 plus 4 is 16, and then my
Yeah.
sneak attacks were very bad. 3 more damage.
So it leaps up towards you, and this is the one that is also slowed. So your attack is on point, and it's a little bit thrown off by the spell that's been cast on it, and you land a gnarly hit with your short sword into its side, and like as it's flying through the air, you're tearing along its side, which blood begins to pour out as it lands down on the ground right where you were standing.
Oh, cool. So it's like prone now? So can I like back up without provoking an
Yeah.
opportunity attack?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That was a real close call.
It was quite close.
You rolled like a fucking champ.
Yep.
Dace is carrying Aladdin. He's going to finish running to the other side of the street. He's going to put you down and like grab you by the shoulders and say, "Where are the other kids?"
They're in the magic shop.
Okay, you need to go and be with them and keep them safe.
Well, I point back the way we came amidst the fire and the monsters.
He's going to yell, "Go!" And then he's going to turn and move back towards where Bizarre is with that monster. So you don't have to go, but that's what he's telling you to
kind of
do.
with Days on this one.
I think that like
I want her there. She's part of the
She's-
team, but oh boy.
she's gonna run. Guard Dad told her to run.
Yeah.
And she is.
And you know all the sneaky ways to get everywhere
Yeah.
anyway, so like
So as you turn and you begin to run that way, like out of the corner of your eye, you see that the military forces are now on the other side of the bridge. Since they came into view, like they've picked up their pace, swords drawn, are now rushing down into the mix. So there's a lot of bodies going on. There's a lot of things going on. And as you round the corner, you're dashing, I assume, because you're not really doing anything else. So you've got double movement. You can see the magic closet down at the end. Make a perception roll.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna roll with my left hand from
There
now
we
on.
go.
Wait.
We've cracked the code.
You make your way part way down the street, and you're getting there. You're not going to be able to make it this turn, obviously, but you hear the sound of movement up on the rooftop, and you turn and you look. Like you can see the glow through the breaks in the buildings of the fire that's lit down at the docks, but you see a sizable red glow up on top of the building immediately to your right. You can't see a body or a creature or anything like that. You just see this glow. And as you hear it, that glow disappears towards where the action is.
Like as soon as I hear and see, I come to a dead stop, and I back myself into the shadows. If there's a garbage can or crates of something, I don't know. I hide myself until I feel like the danger has passed, and then I continue to book it to the magic closet.
Kevlarin, I think
Yes.
you're one of the final ones in this round that hasn't done anything in this immediate scene.
I haven't done fucking anything.
The look of shock on everyone's face right now.
I'm trying to hit
word.
leave session, but it's grayed out. I don't know what's going on.
It will not let me get out. Yeah.
Just have to put up with
well,
Amy's abuse.
So you had previously huffed this flaming piece of wood up on top to deter that one from presumably letting out another howl.
Yep.
It's still visible and it's stepping back towards, and seems like it's surveying the scene. If you want to get a sense of like maybe what it's thinking, doing, you could roll an insight.
I'll take a chance on trying to like understand what it's up to. 11 plus 4, 15.
For the brief moment that you're able to watch it, like it disappears and then comes back, and it like looks like it's going to recharge this howl again, but then sees that the military forces are coming in, and it lets out not the same kind of howl,
More of an upset
lets out-
shriek.
more of an upset shriek, a call that looks like out of the corner of your eye perks the ears of the other two creatures. And then as you're watching this, you see a figure come into view, very shadowy, but like this emanating aura around it, come up behind this creature. Looks humanoid in nature.
I mean, I don't love any sort of like emanating aura, but I also don't know that it's a bad thing. I'll try and find some cover and just kind of see what's going on with this aura that's showing up. I'll try and find something that isn't burning and kind of like crouch behind it and just take a little look at what's going on with this sitch.
Sure. So we'll say you're moving more towards the bridge side of the dock,
Sure.
where all the soldiers are coming in, less towards the big scary monsters.
It's usually how I like to do it.
So the forces are rushing in. Bonwin, the one that you had attacked, they're now surrounding it, drawing, and it's backing up towards you. It's retreating from that position.
So I should stab it in the butt?
Would give you... It's about this time in every season that we need to stab something in the butt.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Why have I said that exact phrase like as
Every
every character I've
character.
ever played? But you just said it was backing up towards me. It's like getting, I mean,
It's the through
I
line.
need to, right?
Yep. Yeah, go for it.
Great, sneak attack also. Fucking love sneak attack, guys. With my sword again, that's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
8 points of damage. Not great.
You stab into it, it lets out a shriek, and it's gonna like bump into you and try and knock you to the side.
Well, I can try. I am short and stout. I got a
Short
low
and
center of
stout.
gravity, so
That's gonna be a 23.
Jesus.
Shit.
Well, that will
In,
do
like,
it. Will
It's
do
not
it.
hitting you with its claws or its bite,
Yeah.
like it's just like hitting you with its back end there. It is going to give you some damage from falling to the ground.
This is where I die.
Because it's not a direct attack, it's very small. It's just going to be 2 bludgeoning damage. Just 20%
Just
of your
20%
total
of my life
capacity.
force.
Practically dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If you make a strength saving throw, you can see if you are knocked prone or not.
Well, that's only a 7, so I think I am, unfortunately.
Yes. So you are knocked to the ground. You take this damage. You're dazed as the forces are pushing it back. It turns, and I'm gonna try and save again.
14.
Oh, that's another 13. So it's going to retreat in a manner that is half of its speed, which is going to give it 20 feet. So it's not going to go as far as it would like, but it would make it to like the edge of the dock and is like leaping over some of the flame. Still very much within reach for a lot of other people. The one that you are on, Bizarre, there are military forces flooding in behind you as well. It sees those. It's going to try and attack you. It's coming in for a bite. I'll give you first response to it, though.
Okay, we are going to just attack again. That would be a 19 to hit on the first attack,
19's going to hit it this time.
and then a 15 on the second.
15 will not.
Damn. Okay, well, we'll take the 1. That's better than what we got last time, so we're making improvements slowly but surely. And that's going to be a good 3 non-magical slashing damage, so we're really making a difference in this world.
You're doing it. That's 3 damage it didn't have before,
That's right. Better steps.
which is enough to stop its immediate attack. And now that the forces kind of have run in behind you, it's going to try and scale the wall successfully, very successfully. So it takes a hit. I'll give you an opportunity attack as it's turning and running.
That is going to be a 23, and that'll be 6 slashing damage, non-magical.
As it turns and like leaps onto this wall, you get one final swipe, and with a couple huge like pulls up the wall, it's now on the top. Kevlarin, you are at a position where you're watching the one that had maintained its position up on the roof, and you see this other one jump up, and that figure comes up behind it. As it gets closer, like there's this red flame about it. That aura becomes more clear as a flame, and it brings down 2 huge fists down on top of the back of this creature, and the creature itself like disappears from view underneath the weight of whatever this thing
magic burly
is that you're
protector.
seeing.
Fuck yeah.
Even amid all the chaos, you hear this huge sickening thud, and as you see this other one pull up and see, like it quickly jumps to the other building and is running along rooftops trying to flee from its current position.
Okay, so something both hurt and spooked it very badly.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to do from your position?
No, I just want to take like a mental picture of what I've seen so I can describe it to everyone later.
So the military forces have now overwhelmed this position. The ships have all been either let free or have like the ropes have burned. Some of the ships have some flame attached to them, and they're trying to be put out by some of the people on the ships. But they're now backing out into the river and down into the lake. Any of them that can.
I'm going to stand up.
You stand up. There's still one of these creatures that is down in the mix, so to speak, and it is now being attacked by the military forces. Like they have it completely surrounded. Of course, I would roll a nat 1 for the first one. Yeah.
Did they light anything on fire as I helpfully shouted to them? My great suggestion.
Each other by accident? Is that what that
have been flaming?
one was
Great.
for?
Yeah, they had initially come in with blankets to try and put out the fire, but then wrapped them around their swords. They were like, this is probably what we need to do. It was the fire brigade that came over.
Right.
So they have this one surrounded and are now pushing all of their force on top of this one. And with the number of military here, it goes down. Not quickly and not without a fight. Some soldiers lose their fight as well, but it does go down in the midst of all of this chaos. Aladdin,
Yes.
you
Present.
you hid amongst some trash cans and crates and just watching what you could see. And then as you were certain that the coast was clear, you make your way back to the magic closet and you unlock it and lock it behind you and make your way up to Bizarre's home in this place. And you're looking around for everyone.
I don't have a key to his personal abode. I don't think. I have a key to the shop, but the apartment upstairs, I feel like Tally and I definitely have a knock. And so I do my knock. I'm not going to remember that. I'll pick a different knock. Tally, it's me.
Hey.
Open it.
Okay. Door opens. Yeah, come on in, quick. We're all in here.
And I come in and I quickly shut the door behind me. I don't bother locking it.
Is everything okay?
No.
Oh.
I look around. Are any children sleeping?
No, everybody's in sheer panic. Like there's still a lot of noise and chaos coming in. Like there's a glow of fire coming in through the windows.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I look at the kids and I'm like, just one second. And I bring Tally out into the hallway.
Yeah.
Because no sense in causing panic. Okay, there are 3 big monster things.
3.
Yeah. And they seem to be kind of scared of fire.
Okay. Is that the glow? That's
Yeah, we started setting everything on fire.
of course.
Like,
That makes most sense.
I show my hands. I'm like, my hands?
You set your hands on fire?
Well, sort of. Anyway, one of them bit Dace.
Oh God, is he okay?
Yeah, no, he's fine. But he told me to come here and stay with you guys. How are the kids?
They're terrified. We're all terrified, but we've been keeping calm and singing songs and just trying to just quietly just keep everyone calm. What's that? And she looks out the window, and you turn and look out the window, and you see a figure leaping across the rooftop. Doesn't look like one of the creatures. You see a figure leaping across the rooftop and away from the action.
I don't know what that is. You know what though? Dace told us to stay here. So let's stay here. Let's stay here.
We move from the magic closet over the rooftop where we see the one creature that had stayed most of the time up on the roof is dead on top of the roof. Down on the ground, the military forces have overrun the second one down in the dock itself, and we see the third one fleeing off into the distance. The entire dock is burning or burnt to the ground, and we see you all collecting yourselves as the military forces, who are sure that this one creature is dead, clear away and are beginning to help those that are injured and covering up those that have been killed in this battle.
I'm going to start organizing like a bucket brigade or whatever we can do to now start trying to get the fires out before we actually burn our whole town down. Well,
Yeah, Bizarre's gonna start going around and just casting Control's Flame to extinguish like 5-foot cubes.
Well, that's way
As much as he
cooler
can.
than what I'm doing, but it's like the same idea.
I'm going one side, you're going the other.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's nothing left. It's all burnt. I'm like splashing water from the river up, but
Cav is just sitting holding his books.
Like, I don't know what he just saw, but he's kind of had his mind blown by the things that happened tonight.
Oh, then that's where we leave you. It's everybody working to help anyone injured, get to the ships that have drifted off into the lake, and just sitting in the moment that is this attack on Vintersmith. Dumbgeons and Dragons, Season 4, Episode 3, starring Amy Moore as Aladdin, Carla Maxted as Bonwyn Everbane, Tom Laird as Kevlarin Goldweave, Kyle Classett as Bizarre the Wizard, and Russ Moore as your Dungeon Master. Dialogue editing by Carla Maxted and sound design by Russ Moore. This episode featured music from Epidemic Sound and Slipstream, and sound effects from Epidemic Sound, Boom Library, and Sound Ideas. Our amazing cover art and character designs are by Matt Garbutt. And a huge thank you to our supporting producers, Gabriel Lynch, Jessica Babiak, Kat Waterflame, Jacob Madden, Christian Brown, Ongeron Kierson, Perry Mady, Old School Gamer D, Craig Zeiss, L.A. Branton, and Sarah Murphy. Are you enjoying the story so far? Well, we couldn't do it without you. In fact, we'd love for you to join us at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, where when you sign up for a 7-day free trial, you're going to get access to an entire other show. 2 of them to be exact. We've got The Adventures of and Cyberpunk Red. We hope to see you over there, patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, and maybe we'll see you in the community. We're over on Discord. You have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. And then the theme song goes, and it's really fun, and everything's happening. Yeah, we can't kill anybody with this music. Oh, God.
They just really won't see it
Encroaching,
coming.
is that how you say that?
Encroaching?
I believe it's encroaching.
Encroaching.
I feel like it was a
Encroaching.
combo word, but it actually worked great in the situation. So I say language is always
Encroaching,
evolving.
Encroaching.
It's a
It
new
worked.
portmanteau.
Make it your own.
You're good.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, if it sounds weird in the edit, just flag it, and
It didn't.
I'll bleep
I
it out
noticed
with
it when
farm
you said
noises.
it, and I thought, I'm not sure that's the word, but I don't. They're crouching and encroaching.
But maybe they were
exactly
crouching.
like
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
They were
where my
I think you
Encroaching.
just
brain
made
was
up
at.
the perfect word.
Yeah.
I just had a moment where I was like, have I been saying this word wrong? My
Webster's Dictionary Word of the Year 2024, encroaching.
Encroaching. Yeah.
I like
Perfect.
it.
I've written it down as a note to come back to later, but it felt right. It felt right in the moment.
Mail
No.
it to yourself so when it is the word of the year, you can claim ownership.
That's right.
Make
Yeah.
it the title of this episode.
Word of
Perfect.
the Year.
Encroaching.
Yeah, word of the year.
The other side of the bridge, and they've like obviously
Hey, get your nose out of the garbage.
That's what Bonwin yells to the soldiers.
yeah.
What are they doing? Priorities, you guys.
Get your nose out of the
garbage.
Dumbgeons and Dragons is a Dumb Dragons production.